Well, we have here a solid walking legend, one of the greatest drummers of all time, Tony Allen from Nigeria, who created Afrobeat while he was playing in Fela Kuti's original Africa 70. But now he is here to play us real jazz, his tribute to Art Blakey. It's almost ironic that an African legend like you actually was a jazz fan in his youth. How did you get into it and when?
Well, as far as jazz is concerned, I think it had been there, in my country, when every musician, when you play music, you have to play covers of other music,
right,
from different parts of the world, and jazz is part of that, and especially when Blue Note sending a lot of products into Nigeria, we were under British colony then,
Okay.
And so this flow of many foreign music is just there, whatever they have here in Europe or America, anywhere, is there.
Okay.
So that was the beginning of it, listening and playing it.
Did they play it in Lagos and all around Nigeria in radio, the jazz?
Yes.
Okay.
Nigeria, okay. Yes, Nigeria.
And did you have any records?
No, but nobody records. You don't record jazz.
Okay.
You can, because, like I said, they play covers,
Right.
And because they're musicians for the club, nightclubs, and in the nightclubs, all the what's it called, the audience want to asking the band to play the record they have at home.
Yeah.
So they want to hear it live. But it's not them that recorded it, it's just replayed.
But how did you learn those covers?
Yeah, you have to be playing the record.
Yeah. So you had the records then?
Yeah. Vinyl, on vinyl. You play the vinyl, and then every musician, you listen to your part, how it was played.
Right.
And then you come and reproduce that.
And when was this actually? What age were you then?
In the 60s, I was 20.
In the 60s? Yeah, right.
In the 60s.
Okay.
20,
okay.
Between 20 somethings.
Yeah. What was it, especially about Art Blakey, that really spoke to you?
Yeah, because he's not the only drummer then, that I was listening to, but Gene Krupa was I thought was the world drummer, then, Gene Krupa. But I tried to do Gene Krupa style, but later I started to listen to Blue Note with Jazz Messengers,
right,
at Blakey, and it changed my mind of who is who am I going to choose now the best, and I chose Art Blakey because he was able to I was able to recognize quickly that this one sounds like an African. It's not like American strictly.
You felt like it was kind of African.
Yeah,
right.
I was able to recognize his approach, and I thought this is the one I would like to follow up with, because I saw that many things, the way it's approached is something coming from us there.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like taken to the America and it's polished to be sent back to us,
Right.
So I was able to recognize that. So I say, okay, I don't want to follow this. I need to, because it's coming from me, I need to work on my own way of developing.
Right.
Putting it to there.
And also, Messenger's music was very bluesy.
Yeah.
And another thing that comes to me about that whole setup was that in the 50s and the 60s, the civil rights fight was really big in the States.
Yeah.
And it's not so much talked about, but but it really had a great impact on the cutting edge jazz that was created by black people then.
Yeah.
So how did that civil rights thing and its connection to jazz affect you?
It's them that were facing that then, the civil rights things, they faced it, and it was just at the end of it that we arrived in the States, this Black Panther thing, Yeah, but jazz was kind of maybe people just speaking their mind, but they don't, not all of them sang what was going on. So
that's why you had so much meaning in it, because you have to say something real important.
Aggressive or whatever, So, but I never thought of that, I just happened to want to play the drums, because it's not easy for every drummer, in a band. The way the band had been taken from the beginning was that the drummer is always like a backliner, a backliner, the drummer is always back, for everywhere that I've seen. I started like that too. I was in the back, But I don't believe in that. Okay, how come people like Blakey exist? He's not playing back for anybody. He's playing front.
Yeah. He was very strong.
Yeah. So I think this is my aim, that I need to be there. I need to be in front. I could be put back, but I'm the front.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Blakey was such a forceful player, but your style is so light. The whole funkiness that you have it's amazing because it's so light. It seems like you are not sweating at all.
Exactly. You see, because that's the only way, because you see, I don't see this instrument to be an instrument that you can beat it up. I don't want. It's there. You are beating it already. You are using stick to attack it anyway. It's like beating, but there is. I try not to pressurize the beating too much. I try to let, it's like the way I look to drumming. That's why if I'm playing, it's like effortless. Yeah. Like you think, it's not me playing it, but you listen to things. But it's question of to be in love with your instrument. One, like your instrument is part of you. Yeah. For example, if your girlfriend at home or your wife at home, that you happen to be a guy, that every time when you come back from work, and then your wife is coming, opening the door for you, and like this to enter, and then instead of you to give her a kiss, you just give her a slap, like beat her up. Every time. When she opens the door for you, you beat her up. You think your wife can be your friend?
No.
She will never be your friend. But if you open the door for you like this, oh, my darling, kiss, blah, 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 blah. You see, she's part of you. Everything goes smoothly. You understand me?
Yeah.
Whatever you tell her to do is what she will do for you. Right. Because, with respect. That's what I'm doing with my drums. My drums is me. I don't want to beat it up. I want to put us to be in harmony.
Right. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. Completely. Yeah, man. Now that you play this stuff that is so dear to you and still kind of different from what you are known for doing, how do you approach it? Are you going to put some kind of new slant on it, bring it back to home, to Africa, or how?
No, I'm just doing music for the world. For me, I don't know who takes where they want to put it, I'm just trying my best to just make sure that I don't make people get bored, because I get bored myself.
Yeah.
That is why I don't rely on myself alone. I don't do records all the time myself. I just like to make sure I have reason to make another record. reason. I must have reason for, because I don't want to sound like the past one. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So wherever I have to go now is, I mean, I'm exploring. I'm exploring because there's no end to this musical affairs. I'm not sure there's end to it. We just have to
Go on and
go on and on. You know?
You can always find a new angle.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing how many Western musicians, American and European, have called you to collaborate with them. You know, for music that is totally different from your music.
Exactly. Yes, because I love it when they invite me like this. I always love it because it puts another touch into their own. You know, it's like painting. You know, you did your painting already. You know, and then you ask another painter that, what do you think about this painting? It's great. It's great, but maybe we can put a slash of one brush there.
Right.
Somewhere, you know, somewhere you never imagine, could not imagine it. Maybe when you drop one slash of the brush here, this color of that there, maybe. And then you see, if you put that brush, if you slash it like this, you see, it had added to your own creation. And what does it bring? It brings success. It make, the mind. You'll be happy, and that person too is happy. You understand me now? I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
That is what it is with me and the music, all the artists that invites me. I was just looking for where something is missing in their music. Something missing. Where something is missing is where I take care of.
Right. Do they usually give you instructions, or do they say just do whatever you feel?
Nobody tells me what to play.
Okay.
No, they can't tell me what to play. If you want to tell somebody what to play,
it would take a lot of nerve.
No, nobody tells me what to play. You know, it's me. I look for what suits their music.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? What suits it. That. Forget about the way you hear drumming. I say, forget about the way you used to hear drumming. But me, you won't hear that. I'm not going to kill the drums.
Yeah,
I'm going to caress the drums.
Right.
For the drums to
It's love making.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do.
When you were creating Afrobeat with Fela originally, did you have an inkling that it will be such an influential and long-lasting style?
No, never. Because it was a music of challenge already. Because it's a music that it took many years to get into it. In Africa, in Nigeria especially.
Yeah.
Because there are other competition music, local music, real deep. Original local music, make more money than us, because we are not in that style of playing music for coming to put money, like the griots that they put money for their head. We are not in that style. So and we are supposed to be playing the number one, like for everybody to assimilate. But we went another way. We say high life jazz. High life jazz was something that the Nigerians never took it quickly like this, and then high life jazz. Then 5 years of that. Then it's when it became Afrobeat, when it became simplified. It became groovy. It became like, now it's a groove that can put you on a trance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it took off. It took off. Then after some bands that were playing the high life before, then they started want to play Afrobeat.
Yeah.
You understand? It took a long time, And after the death of Fela, it's like the whole world trying to play Afrobeat now.
What were the first original African or Nigerian styles that you kind of grew up with? Are you a Yoruba?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Was it juju music or?
Juju music, or this was local music I was saying about. I never tried any part of that at all. You know, I didn't want to go and play this juju music and all this sakara and all this Fuji and things like this. Those are the musicians that make money. They make more money because, you know, they flatter people, you know, they sing by flattering, you know, and people give money, spend money, you know, for them, you know. And we don't have that, you know. We are just like exploring and exploiting, and we believe in it, you know. With the little we make, we just believe in it, and then I think it's for development, you know, developing the mind, you know. Mm-hmm. Americans are there. We know we have the Americans to the counterparts to you know, to follow up with, to be their standard at our own place, in the same, you know, level. If local music don't bring that, you know, orchestra like us is the one that, okay, we have to work towards. I mean, as the same level that they have there, here, at our place, you know. But in most cases, if you check today, look at today, you know, like Nigeria today, Afrobeat, they don't play Afrobeat, they play Afrobeats, you know. They call it Afrobeats.
Okay.
You know, it's not.
It's more or less electronic already.
Electronic.
Yeah.
More electronic thing, you know. Yeah. And auto tuning, you know, that's what it is. Okay, it's the present generation, you know. Right. So that's what they want to trip with. Mm. There's nothing wrong about that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And they have lyrics.
There's nothing wrong about it if they also keep their own roots, you know.
Yes.
If they completely forget them, then I think there's something wrong with it.
What is wrong with it is what you just said. But if I start to say that, it's like me, I'm not putting them in the right place. Yeah, you know. Yeah. No, I think because it's our own style, my style, for instance, my drumming is quite complicated for some other drummers, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like I said, it's the mind work, you know. Yeah. I said you have 4 limbs. When I'm doing master class, everywhere, Europe, Canada, in the States, you know, everywhere, you know, I do master class in the universities for the drummers. Yeah. They want to play Afrobeat. Yeah. It's the only thing that I was there for is for the drummers of the college to play Afrobeat. Yeah. And I pass through and I will show them 2 patterns of Afrobeat, basic, the starting point of Afrobeat, right. That most drummers are using today, that not even knowing how to use it yet. Yeah. They just play by sound, but they don't know the mechanical how it's going. I need to show them. I show them 2 patterns. And these patterns, I say, if they can play any of these 2, any Afrobeat band, they will play. Because as long as the music is written on 4/4, time signature, I said, they will play. Okay. So I've been doing that, and because now when it comes to when they have to, the discipline of it now, when I have to show them the discipline of how the 2 legs are moving, and how the 2 hands go. Yeah. Then, but all of them are not playing the same thing.
That's
at the same time. You know, so it's a discipline. I say it's for me it's easy, but and I say the only way they will get it is not to think that they are doing 4 things. Yeah, yeah. If you start to think about it, you get all mixed up. I said, you just think you are doing one thing, Just, I said, just.
It's like when you drive a car, you know, if you start to think that I have to work the clutch now, you get all
accelerate. You know. Everything is just at the same time. Control. Yeah. This is what I used to tell them, you know. Right. Yeah. It's just for them to. It's a discipline. They have to work on that. That how can I be doing 4 things and then not think about 4, think about 1. Right. It's left to them to. know?
When you first time went to America with Fela, I think,
Yes.
to play the Afrobeat there, what kind of reaction you got from the black people there?
Yeah, it's the black people, yeah, they saw that, no, we were respected, you know, because they saw that we are not playing anything that has anything to do with them as Americans, you know.
Yeah,
James Brown was there, you know, Prince was there, all those, the Funkadelics was there, all of them, they were there, they're playing funk. And we were not playing funk, we were playing something completely different, which is high life jazz. And high life jazz was very
that
complicated.
Was high life at that
high life
point.
jazz.
Yeah, right.
High life
which
jazz.
Which is not as funky as Afrobeat.
No. It was high life jazz, and which was busy, music that was busy, you know. And it still is those blacks from the Beverly Hills, you know, those film guys, directors, you know, they were friends.
Right.
Friends to us for many years, you know. I mean, for months, you know, because the owner of the club is a film actor, and all his friends, they are passing by, they are blacks, you know.
Yeah.
And then them still advise Fela that they just ask him, they say, do you want to make money? They ask him, you want to make money? Yes, for sure. He wants to make money. You want to make money with your music? He said, yes, of course. I said, okay. If you want to make money, it's just the key to it. The key is to make a kiss. You know? They told him, they said, you know, make a kiss. A kiss. A kiss? For that, a kiss, what is kiss? To kiss somebody or to kiss, then he will make money? No. He said, it's K-I-S, not K-I-S-S. K-I-S, kiss. And it's keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep it simple. And because why they gave this advice is that because they listen to us every night, you know, they said, it's you know, for them it's too much, too complicated. They said, look, every of your one track is 3 for them. For them, it's classified to be 3 tracks.
Right, yeah.
And they said, you don't make money. You waste music. You waste, that is, music is at waste.
So that was like the seed for the Afrobeat thing.
Yeah. So they said, keep it, do kiss, keep it simple, and then you make money.
Okay.
And that was it. And for the first time, Fela was taking advice, you know, and then this advice, he took it fine, and then he started to work on that. You know, keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep it simple was the one that brought Afrobeat 10. That, you see, is more funkier now. It's more groovy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a groove everybody is following now.
Yeah.
Everybody can write different lyrics on it. They can do any other things on it. But
that's very true.
You know.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.